What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, turn on your post notifications for future videos to come. But what you just saw right there was the before video for this haircut. We're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna be doing a faux hawk style haircut, bald fade on the side, blurry fade. So what I'm doing right now is I'm laying down my initial bald line, and we're just balding out everything underneath that using the same trimmer. We got the Babyliss Skeleton FX Barber Influencer Edition. We got the Los Cutted Edition with the 245 power clip on there, and we're just knocking all this out. Even strokes to make sure that you get all the hair even as possible. But this blade is the DLC 2.0 blade. Nothing special about it, not zero gap, straight out the box, and it's hitting like Mike Tyson in his prime. So we're gonna go ahead and get this ball rolling. Once we're done balding out with the Babyliss FX, I will take my wall cordless seniors and no guard, lever open, and we're gonna make our first panel of hair to fade into. I'm gonna go ahead and grab those right here. So like I said, no guard, lever open. We're going to create a panel of hair to fade into. We're going to be doing the left side and then the right side, and then bridging both sides together. So right here, make sure you brush the hair down, make sure it's laying down in the proper direction. Once we get that first panel of hair to fade into, we will close the lever, open it slightly, fade up, open the lever slightly, fade up until we attack this line. Now we're just going to nudge this line until this area is completely blended out. Open your lever slightly, fade up. You can see me here working the lever, and this right here is what I like to call lever play. When you're fading out a panel of hair, that's where you're going to be playing with the lever, finding the desired length that it needs to be at, so you can get that knocked out. But shout out to my client for coming through, letting me film this haircut. I truly appreciate her. She's going through cosmetology school as well, so you know, that's how she found my YouTube channel. She started coming to me for haircuts, so that's just pretty dope that I could influence people in that way, and I just truly appreciate her giving me the opportunity to film this haircut. Now you can see me still attacking this line, just detailing little bits here and there that I see using the corner of my blade. And once we get done detailing, we will take that one guard, lever closed, and create another panel of hair to fade into. Now once we use that one guard closed, we will revert back to the half guard, and we're gonna lever play with the half guard until we get this panel of hair to fade into. Now any texture, any type of texture, you know, it could be, you know, ethnic hair, Asian hair, you know, straight hair, coarse hair, it doesn't matter. I will use the same exact steps to do the fade and to get it knocked out. The same process for any texture of hair. Now by doing this, you're creating a system. You're putting a system in place that'll help you to be more consistent with every one of your haircuts. And when you got a system that works, man, you know, you just gotta try to perfect it more and more. I know nothing is perfect in this industry. Nobody can ever be perfect, but you could get, you know, your haircuts to the best quality they could possibly be. Now you can see me here using that half guard. We're just detailing, playing with the lever, using the corner of our blade to work out any dark spots that we see, any areas that are more dense than the other, and making sure that everything flows together. Now once we get done detailing with the half guard, we will take that 1.5 guard, lever closed, create another panel of hair to fade into, and then we will revert back to the one guard and lever play with that. Now you can see me flip the clipper upside down in that back area, because she does have 2 cowlicks in that back section of her head, so we have to work against the grain to make sure that things are faded evenly. So that's what we did, is flip the clipper around so we could fade against the grain. Now right here we're using that one guard, lever playing, and it's getting this area knocked out. Now we got the 2 guard, lever closed, creating another panel of hair to fade into, attacking that ridge area before we do some clipper over comb. And I will do clipper over comb to blend the fade into the top hair. But we're gonna lever play with that 1.5 guard first and get everything knocked out as evenly as possible. Get that fade to blend in with the top, as smooth as we possibly could get it. So I got that number 2 guard on there, lever closed, and we're doing clipper over comb. I am leaning the comb into the bulk of the hair on the top, just because we are going to shape this into like a faux hawk, mohawk style. So I don't mind digging into a bit of that top hair because we are trying to get that look on the top. Now after we do the clip over comb, we're gonna go take that 2 guard and lever play and blend that area along the ridge as much as we can before we get into our shear work. Now what we do to the left side, we will do to the right side as well. So before we get to that though, I am going to detail a little bit with some shear over comb. I do have my blending shears, and we are just getting this area as detailed as possible. Just taking those little steps to detail your cut is what's going to, you know, separate you from the barber next to you or the barber down the street. I always say this, man, that the details are what will keep people in your chair. They'll see you taking your time and really putting your all into the haircut. Now what we do to the left side, we will do to the right side. We're just repeating our steps on the opposite side, so that's why this side is time-lapsed. But I will show you guys how we bridge it together on the back end of the haircut. But once again, I appreciate everybody for clicking on this video and for taking the time. If you made it this far, smash that like button. Let me know what you think of the tutorial. Let me know if it's helping you. Let me know what you want to see on the channel. But we are in here doing 1 upload a week at the moment. I'm trying to stay consistent as possible, and we got 3 videos out in the past 3 weeks, so I'm extremely happy with that. But we're gonna go ahead and bridge this fade in the back. So you can see here there's 2 calics in the back. There's one right there right above where I'm fading, and then there's one slightly above that to the left. So I know calics are a difficult thing to maneuver, but depending on the hairstyle, you want to just make sure that you're cautious of, you know, how you're fading it. So this is a high bald fade, so or a high fade, so we're not going to do too much. We're just going to be blending into that calic. You know, for comb overs with mid fades or low fades, you want to leave more bulk in that area so it doesn't, you know, stick up or stick out. But in this instance, we are doing a bald fade, so we're going to go ahead and raise that fade up. Now the same steps we did on the left side and the right side, we're going to do at the back and just bridge these areas together. Got that 1 guard lever closed, making a panel of hair to fade into. Then we're going to go ahead and revert back to that half guard, lever play until we get that area knocked out. You know, barbering can be tedious sometimes. Barbering could be repetitious, but what makes the difference is the clients that you have in the chair, the conversations you have, buying new tools, trying different things. Those are all things that'll help you maintain the love that you have for the art, maintain that passion you have for the craft. You know, make sure you're trying to change up what little things you can here and there, and you know, just play around with, you know, your process. You know, tweak your process to make it work better for you. Don't be afraid to try new clippers. Don't be afraid to try new things. I know there's tons of reviews and stuff on, you know, YouTube and social media, but you know, it never hurts to try something out for yourself. I feel like sometimes people get, you know, so caught up in social media and YouTube and reviews, and you know, they're scared to try stuff out themselves. But you know, a lot of the times my opinion may differ from your opinion, and it may differ from the, you know, another barber doing a review on YouTube. So you know, don't be afraid to take those chances with different tools and different processes, different haircuts. Try it for yourself and, you know, see how it works for you. You know, I'm happy that I could use this platform to educate and to, you know, give whatever knowledge I possibly can, whatever I can possibly pass on. But at the end of the day, if you're the one behind the chair with the clippers in your hand, you got to try it out yourself. And you know, just push through, continue to thrive in whatever craft you're doing. You may not barber, but you know, don't be afraid to take risks and see where that gets you in life. You can't be comfortable. You got to be, you know, uncomfortable to grow. Growth it always comes with struggles, so you got to always remember that. But right here, as you can see, that calic on the left side and the one right in the middle, those are difficult areas to navigate, but we're going against the grain and making sure this is all faded. Once I do that, I saturate the hair, and we're going to begin our shear work on the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, you know, a lot shorter towards the back and leave it a lot longer towards the front. So I'm going to go right above finger length, And then I'm going to graduate this guideline towards the front of the head, towards the hairline, but we're not going to take off as much as we get towards the front of the hairline, because we want to have some more length towards the front. And that's going to create our faux hawk type look with this bald fade. Now, once I create that guideline in the middle, I will start to bring the hair more towards myself in this video. And we're going to go ahead and use that same guideline from the middle to cut hair on the left side. And then after I do the left side, I'm going to pull most of the hair to the right side of the head and use the center guideline to cut the right side of the head. So by using the middle of the head first, that's just our guideline that we're using to cut the rest of the hair. Now after I do that, I am going to cut, I'm going to bridge the fade into the top hair, and I'm just doing finger length, and I'm tilting my fingers towards the center of the head because we are creating that faux hawk shape, and this is what will create that shape for us. So we're going to have a lot more hair towards the center of the head, which is going to create the shape we want at the end. Now what I do to the right side, I am going to do to the left side, and we're just going to make sure that we maintain as much symmetry as possible for our haircut. Keep it balanced, keep it flowing. You want to make sure you're taking your time and performing the steps you need to complete this haircut. Now I myself find it easier to stand at the front of the hair, at the front of the client, to cut the left side of the head with the shears. It just helps me to, to grab more hair and control it a lot more the way I'm cutting with the shears right now. So for the right side, I'll stand behind the client. For the left side, I will stand in front of the client. Now once we get this initial shear work done, what I will do is I will create some texture by point cutting on the top of the head towards the middle. So what we're going to do is going to just take the very tip of our shear and point cut, creating some texture for our faux hawk. And this will make it look more textured, which is a more choppier look. And once we apply some product, you'll see the type of look that we're getting. Now I'm just blow drying the hair upwards, because that is the way that we are going to style it. So by using heat to break that hydrogen bond with the water, we are going to go ahead and manipulate the hair to stand straight up towards the front. And then I am going to apply some pomade for our finished style. And once we apply that pomade, I am going to use the comb just to kind of separate the hair and directionalize it towards the front of the hairline. And then we will attack that front hairline by applying some spritz. And this is going to lock in those little baby hairs and make sure that we have a nice clean edge up. And the comb that I do have is a two-sided comb. One is a very, very wide tooth comb that creates a lot of texture. The other side is more of a fine tooth side. And then we're gonna go ahead and hop into that edge up. I laid the spritz down, dried it with the blow dryer. Helps those hairs to stay put. And then we're gonna go ahead and attack that edge up using the Babyliss FX Barber Influence Edition trimmers we have here with the 245 power clip. Like I said, 245 is always innovating the game, and I really enjoy being able to just lay my clippers down to charge them instead of having to worry about plugging and unplugging clippers throughout the day. It just makes life a lot easier. I know everybody may not agree, but in my opinion, it really helps out with the progression of my day. So shout out to 245 for doing the thing and always innovating. But you can see here, I'm attacking those vertical bars, making sure we detail the corners, making sure everything is even and straight. And once we do that, we're going to go ahead and take our 245 triple cartridge razor. This is the most exposed cartridge, so you can see the razor. You can see how exposed it is. I like to see the razor and what I'm cutting, so this right here is my favorite cartridge for this specific razor. We're attacking that vertical bar, and then we're going to go ahead and do the opposite side as well. But this haircut, you can tell, is coming along. Fade's blurry. We got some texture in this faux hawk. It's just something different for the channel, something I haven't really touched on or attacked on this channel. So I hope somebody got something out of this. I truly appreciate everybody for watching this video. Like I said, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, turn on your post notifications. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at jblunts_. But this is the before of the haircut. You can see she came in, she had a, you know, this is probably about 3 weeks worth of hair. We got her cleaned up, got the style she wanted, and we just completely transformed her hair. Blurry fade, that's what we're looking for. But once again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, locking into this tutorial. Until next time, God bless.